The regular meeting of the Township of Mansfield Committee. This meeting is being held in compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act. Those adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by notifying the Daily Record and by posting notice of such meeting on the Township website and in the municipal building and by filing said notice with the Township Clerk of the Township of Mansfield. Formal action may be taken in proceeding. Roll call, please.
Mr. Ballard.
Here.
Mr. Connolly.
Here.
Mr. McGinnis.
Here.
Mr. Hayes.
Here.
Mayor Waters.
Here. Please join me in speaking.
I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We're having a little trouble hearing. We can't hear. There's air conditioner there, but no. Are you speaking into microphones, everybody?
Okay. Resolution 179. Motion approved. Second.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Ballard.
Yes.
Mr. Connolly.
Yes.
Mr. McGinnis.
Yes.
Mr. Hayes.
Yes.
Mayor Waters.
Yes. Resolution 180. Entertain a motion to approve that.
Motion. Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Ballard.
Yes.
Mr. Connolly.
Yes.
Mr. McGinnis.
Yes.
Mr. Hayes.
Yes.
Mayor Waters.
Yes.
How about I just come to you?
Oath of office, State of New Jersey, County of Warren, Township of Mansfield. Repeat after me. I, W.Barras,
I, W.Barras,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance
and I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the same and the governments
to the same and to the governments
established in the United States
established in the United States
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties of the office,
all the duties of the office,
Township of Mansfield, Township Municipal Clerk,
Township of Mansfield, Township Municipal Clerk,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, approval of minutes, executive session, June 24th, 2026, by the motion be approved. Take the motion approved. Second.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Ballard.
Yes.
Mr. Connolly.
Yes.
Mr. McGinnis.
Yes.
Mr. Hayes.
Yes.
Mayor Waters.
Yes. Approval of minutes, regular session, June 24th, 2026, by the motion to approve.
Make the motion. Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Ballard.
Yes.
Mr. Connolly.
Yes.
Mr. McGinnis.
Yes.
Mr. Hayes.
Yes.
Mayor Waters.
Yes. Special meeting, June 29th, by the motion to approve.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Ballard.
Yes.
Mr. Connolly.
Yes.
Mr. McGinnis.
Yes.
Mr. Hayes.
Yes.
Mayor Waters.
Yes. Special meeting, executive session, June 29th, by the motion to approve. Motion, please.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Ballard.
Yes.
Mr. Connolly.
Yes.
Mr. McGinnis.
Yes.
Mr. Hayes.
Yes.
Mayor Waters.
Yes. First reading.
Good evening, everyone. First, I would like to thank the Township Committee for reappointing me this evening. I genuinely appreciate the trust that you have placed in me, and I look forward to continuing to serve not only the residents of Mansfield, but the Township Committee as well. On the second attempt, the ambulance received a winning bid on Municipal for $3,000. Receipt of payment and transfer of the vehicle to the auction winner has already occurred. The dump truck no longer needed for use due to its age is now currently listed on Municipal. The starting bid was set at $9,000 and the auction runs until noon on July 14th. The municipality received 5 submissions for the municipal court judge RFQ, and the results have been forwarded to the committee for review. If the committee is so inclined, I can schedule for a special meeting next Wednesday evening to conduct interviews of the applicants. The person-to-person, place-to-place liquor license transfer from the inactive pocket license belonging to Bahav Kartnik to Marcello One LLC is on the consent agenda this evening. All required applications, documents, and fees have been received by the clerk's office, and Detective Camerata submitted his investigative report, concluding all background checks and investigation have been satisfactorily completed. This license will, upon adoption of the resolution by the committee, will be housed at the premise located at 310 Airport Road. And lastly, a follow-up on 107 Glen Terrace. Joanne has put a lot of time and effort between contacting Chase Bank and trying to contact the property owners, and unfortunately, I think she has exhausted all means necessary. The construction code enforcement stated that the township may need to board up the windows and doors. And in accordance with Ordinance 2022-18, not only is this property in violation as not being registered within the ordinance's parameters, it is clearly a threat to the health, welfare, and safety of its neighbors, which by the ordinance states the township can abate the violations and charge the mortgagee with the cost of the abatement. And perhaps Mr. Lavery can explain the options and actions the township can further take in regards to this. And that is my report for the evening.
So, pending for the special municipal meeting Wednesday, resolution scheduled.
Yes.
On my next Wednesday.
Okay, that will be Wednesday, the 15th. Okay.
Sir,
I'll second.
roll call please.
Mr. Ballard.
Yes.
Mr. Connolly.
Yes.
Mr. McGinnis.
Yes.
Mr. Hayes.
Yes.
Mayor Waters.
Yes.
So, can I just ask that on that? So, are we going to interview all of the applicants or?
Well, that would be up to the committee to decide. If you would like to interview all 5, or if you would like to narrow the pool down from 5 to 3, that would be for the committee to, whatever the committee's wishes are. I would just need to know probably by tomorrow, Friday morning, the absolute latest, so that I can reach out to the applicants and see if they're available on next Wednesday for an interview.
Typically, you don't interview every applicant. Top 2 or 3, but
Yeah.
the process if we're going to do that.
So they have been emailed to you, and you also have hard copies on the day. So if you want to review them and then let me know by Friday morning, the latest, who the 3 that you would like to contact, or if you'd like to contact all 5, that's up to the committee.
I'll just provide that feedback to you by Friday.
Yep.
If there's a consensus, we'll do that.
I'll go ahead and start. I will schedule the meeting, and then just let me know by Friday so that I can reach out to the applicants.
Yeah, that's great.
Court people in the state to the information that each candidate would have to have certain specified abilities. So, and I don't know if they'll do this, and you guys does make some.
So how do we determine if they're qualified to?
I believe they have to be, if they're a sitting judge already, then they don't need to go through any training.
And there's a minimum for, and I forget, I think for superior court judges, you have to be practicing 10 years or some, minimum qualifications you have to have. For municipal court, I think it's 5 years, but I have to check.
Now, I could be wrong. My understanding was if we were to select someone who's not currently a judge, they could still be trained and there's a transition period, or are they excluded?
Yes. They have
All
to,
5 of them technically.
they would have to go to a class, and then they would have to sit with the presiding assignment judge.
So that'll be a factor, I guess, the committee would consider if you select.
There is only one applicant that is not a sitting judge at the moment.
That's why you're here.
Finance.
The auditors have been in for several weeks collecting data and doing testing for the 2025 year. We'll be finishing up some loose ends, and probably in the next several months, we'll have a meeting to go over their findings. On the recycling for 2023, the county coordinator did an analysis for all of Warren County for the 2023 tonnage. The state and county have a goal of 50% for municipal solid waste. Mansfield achieved 69%, so we exceeded the county and the state goal that they're looking for. Also, health insurance. The first company that we've been dealing with for several months now, yesterday, we were advised that the underwriter worked up rates for us. The broker and the CFO and finance office will start to do an analysis on that. Does look like it's a possible small savings. But then we have to take into account what the state is planning on doing next year with the health insurance. For the second broker, so far I've emailed 9 reports to them. I have to get authorization from the state to view the retirees, and then I can go in and start sending that agency those reports as well. So for the state health insurance for 2027, it looks like the increase at this time would be 7.3% for active employees, 36.5% for early retirees, and 19.3% for Medicare recipients. Commission is expecting to vote on the rate increase at its July 27th meeting. It's an estimate of what they possibly will be asking. So that's what I have on the standard information. May, if it's okay with you, may I have you join me? Yes, we want to talk about the 250th. So we utilized our rain date of June 28th for the event. It was hot, but we didn't have any rain, so that was good. Lee and I would like to thank Mansfield Fire Company, Tri-County Fire Department, and for all of your assistance in planning through this entire event, as well as Oxford Fire Company, Washington Borough Fire Company, and Stories Mountain Fire Company. Also like to thank the Township OEM, Police Department, Harry Appleby, and DPW employees. Green Team members Bob Jewell, Jackie Ballard, and Rob Jackson. The following companies provided their services for free: Snyder Bus and Donaldson Farms for shuttle services. Staples provided banners and free printing on our map that was designed by Mr. Ballard. Then donated the stage, and Warren County Road Department donated signs that they made up for us. Since there was no township budget for this event, Rob Jackson, Mike Ballard, and Harry Appleby did an incredible job in obtaining sponsorships. Sponsors including Boswell Engineering, Fujiana Restaurant, O'Neill Jewelers, Duke Realtors, The Learning Experience, Riverside Health and Fitness, Motorly, Smoke and Cake Company, Ballard Inspection Services, Donaldson Farms, JSAC, Mike's Auto Body, Jewel Excavating, Coco One Nail Salon, Mayberry Sales, R8 Foods, Rock Ridge Golf Course, Exit Realty, Tap House, Trash, TCG.com, You Live in Power Rescue, SOS Stove, and Michael Hicks Incorporated. We did a tremendous job in keeping track of everything that we were working on. It was a lot of changes, and she kept list upon list of events, and I never say thank you enough to her for all the work that she does. So I appreciate that. The main focus of our 250th event was to celebrate the country's milestone, but more importantly, it was to bring the community together. We constantly hear from residents that we wish Mansfield had more community events. We sparked the Green Team to initially want to do a parade, followed by a gathering afterwards. But when the logistics of a parade became difficult, the gathering idea took hold. With only a few team members, we knew we needed help, so we reached out to those we knew who cared about the township. Their enthusiasm had the event growing beyond our expectations. It took a village to bring this event to fruition, and the following people are what we believe to be the true heart of Mansfield. Our OEM, Brian Costenbader, whose expertise created an emergency action plan that we had no idea we needed to have. And he also set up a cooling center and a first aid station. Chris, I'm going to ruin his name, I think it's Ayer or Auer from Tri-County. I'm sorry about that. Coordinated our first aid and provided everything we needed from Tri-County Fire. Ryan Clancy stepped in as an emergency coordinator the day of the event because we had changed the event from Saturday to Sunday. Tom Jackson assisted in planning and stepped in whenever we needed it. Brett Connolly secured the Red Cross and arranged the airplane flyover, which was really cool. Jackie Ballard, creative talent, was proven with the creation of flyers and banners, t-shirt designs, and advertising. Rob Jackson and Mike Ballard tag team sponsorship banners, stage prep, and entertainment. And Jay Wester, Harry Appleby, and Bob Jewell are truly our A team. Jay's coordination of vehicles and equipment, his securing of the helicopters, and his overall leadership guided us through many challenges. Bob's common sense approach to logistic problems bailed us out of each situation. Harry went above and beyond in everything from logistics to securing free shuttle service, free signs, coordination of the wagon ride and monster truck, and a host of other things that are too numerous to name, and I can't say that enough. We would like to thank the Township Committee for allowing us to take on this endeavor. We were able to give the residents what they wanted while we accomplished our goal of uniting the community. Thank you to everyone who participated and all of you who celebrated with us.
Thank you. Engineering.
Okay, since Mr. Kwame is not here, I'm going to fill in. There's just two items that he sent over on his report. Firstly, the NJDOT LAIF fiscal year 2026 grant application for the Allen Road ADA improvements and various roads guide rail replacement was submitted on June 26th. And regarding the site distance issue at Thomas Knoll Boulevard and Route 57, the contractor was on site yesterday excavating the side slope of the berm that was hindering the site visibility. The site distance was checked during the operation and confirmed to meet the desirable NJDOT measurement standard. Desirable means that the driver's eye is set 18 feet back, whereas 14.5 feet is minimum from the white edge line, 3.5 feet above the ground and clearly sitting an object in the traveled way 530 feet away. And lastly, as far as the Elizabethtown gas mains on Slope Drive, the contractor has completed the mains and is now working on the services and the tie-ins. And that was his report.
Okay, this time in the public portion. Anyone? Say your name and address. Receive three.
Brian McKevitt, 29 Lab Road. I have a question regarding, it seems like, Mr. Mayor, according to the land use board, seems like you have the opportunity to appoint most or all of the people on the board according to the website. How do you determine who is put on the board besides some members of the committee and other members of the public? How do you decide and come up with the rationale for that?
Well, two members from the committee are always on the right. And then any other applicant who filled out a citizen's application, is brought to the board's attention, and I appoint them and the committee votes on it.
So how do you justify Casey Harrington and Tom Woodout, who are married? And what was put on that application? And like to find out, and I'll submit a request for that.
I don't remember what was on the application other than they, were interested in being with the language school.
Maybe, did you research their issues with the property that they manage?
I don't get,
And operate with Bill Harrington?
I don't get, enough applicants normally to keep a managed board completely filled. We always carry 4 alternates.
Right.
If someone is not present at a meeting.
And they're two alternates, and I understand that. But,
Sometimes those people will never be.
you know, but stemming back to 2024, the farm, it seems like that they want to have a wedding venue or some sort of event venue on, is in violation of, where is it? They had, dumping of soil on protected farmland, and that was brought up through the county back in 2024. So as an owner, like, how do we come up with, and also looking to have events on property and not filling out a special occasion event form for, and I remember that some years ago, there's a big dust up about, protected farm, farm preservation of people having events on that. So the state came out with whole rules and regulations regarding that. So how are we putting people on the zoning board as we have a change of use problem in this township? And sorry, not zoning, land use boards. Land use boards of people doing change of use. So how are we getting into this issue of having people on land use boards that have known issues, stemming back to 2024? I find it, inappropriate. And then we talked about in previous meetings of ethics and bringing up ethics in this township, and then the person who's purportedly on the website and promoting this property is now, looks like, as Democrats don't do well in this township, looks like he's gonna be on the township committee, and nobody wants to push forth an ethics ordinance here. I mean, I find this rather disturbing. So you can make all your comments on this, on why there's no ethics ordinance.
Anyone else?
Good evening. My name's Christine Neely, 20 Tunnel Hill Road, Oxford. I was previously here at the Township Committee meeting on June 24th to discuss the inaction of the Mansfield zoning officer, Council, and a resulting escalation that directly threatens the safety of my family. Despite sending 8 separate emails to the zoning officer, which included copies of both my official boundary property survey and the new neighbor's topographic survey, the zoning officer failed to take appropriate action to halt the illegal construction of a fence that infringes upon my property. Because the zoning department failed to enforce local ordinances and respect clear survey boundaries, this situation has escalated into a dangerous environment. Due to this ongoing dispute, my neighbor has threatened to kill me and my children, and furthermore, they have repeatedly made false police reports against us. I am deeply concerned for the physical safety of my family. Furthermore, this dangerous behavior is not contained to our property line. Situations involving the neighbor and his son have now escalated directly into the public school system. The threat posed by this family's actions is so severe that the school district has been forced to implement an official safety plan to protect my son and my nephew. My family is currently living in fear for our physical safety both at home and at school. A crisis that could have been mitigated had the zoning officer properly enforced local regulations from the onset. To resolve the zoning and property violation safety, any corrective action, inspection, or fence modification on my property must only take place on a Sunday when my husband is home. We do not feel safe having this addressed without his presence. Additionally, the fence currently blocks a vital utility easement. When the fence is properly reinstalled or modified, I am asking that no chain or lock be placed on the gate. I would like to maintain unobstructed access to the utility easement for both the electric and cable companies. The township shares a duty to care to ensure that zoning laws are enforced and that residents are not subjected to dangerous conditions due to official negligence. Therefore, I request formal written notification detailing exactly what steps the Township Committee and Zoning Enforcement will take to resolve this matter. I am asking for a timeline for the removal or relocation of the fence, the enforcement measures being taken against the property owner regarding the utility easement blockage, and the actions being taken to address the zoning officer's failure to perform his duties. Thank you.
Mayor, I got the information, your emails and everything that you had sent to the clerk. Could you send me copies of the surveys? Because that I didn't.
They were included in the emails.
Yeah,
Because I forwarded so many
Yeah.
things to the police department, like, I have been.
no, understood. I was
crazy.
just so, but I got the emails. I kind of understand, but if you could just forward the surveys. to the
Okay.
clerk, And I will take a look
Perfect.
at it and deal with the phone.
Okay, perfect, thank you.
Anyone else? At the last meeting,
Name and address.
I'm not gonna do it every time.
State,
You know who I am. Everybody here knows who I am. That's that violates both First and Fourth Amendment, so I'll give you that. He can explain it to you.
You should have to.
I am the
People in the audience don't.
John Smith, whatever. Okay, at the last meeting, see, if I didn't, that's fine. I'm starting the clock right now. Okay? Is that your trick? Anyway, look, at the last meeting, a committee member, Mr. Ballot proposed something remarkably simple, to send a proposal, an ethics proposal ordinance to the township attorney, for review. Not to adopt it, not to enforce, put it into law, just to review it. Okay, the ordinance addressed certain disclosures, refusals, conflicts of interest, ethics training, and accountability, things that are necessary for this town. If anyone believed that any section of that ordinance that Mr. Ballard proposed was flawed, he invited them to identify and explain why. Brent Connolly.
That's me.
That's you, right, you right there. Everybody should know, this guy does not represent any of you.
Sir,
Okay,
address,
does not
sir,
represent
address
any of
your,
you.
address your comment. He's
He's flawed, he's inappropriate, he's a joke, he's useless, he's worse than useless because he is harmful to this town. Okay, so he didn't challenge the civil provision, instead he called the entire effort a stunt. He called it a stunt. That response should embarrass everybody, every resident in this town. Ethics is not a stunt. Okay, it's not a stunt. You didn't address one single thing that he said, not one. You just called it a stunt. Flavor, no, it's a stunt, just because you say so. Okay, a public official who can't defend his position with facts and instead dismisses this with insults shouldn't be here. Okay, residents deserve representation. Representatives who are willing to debate ideas, not belittle them. Okay, so this is a public trust. You know, how you got on, I don't know. You got a lot of help here because
I got elected. Apparently you
you
did.
got elected, that's right. You got elected, but we don't know how elections all sometimes go. They don't go the right way. They elect bums like you, okay? So look, so it's a public trust. Our ethics should be stronger than our insults. Our ethics should be stronger than, and finally, just two simple improvements I would say.
First of all, get a damn clock here. People don't know how long they're talking. When they talk, what, they arbitrarily leave it up to a neighbor or whatever, to just time it and say, oh, your time's up. People have to monitor their talk. They have to know. No, we're not doing it. We're doing it so they hear it. Then I stepped up, he said 3 minutes. It was always 5 minutes. Don't lie. You're just the biggest liar. You're useless. That's good. You should represent the town. You're a phony. You just want to collect your money. Shut up. Shut up and go back to where you came from. The other thing, no, you should be careful. You're the one who gets the words bad. Oh, maybe it's not a time. Just look at the stuff you post. It's right. That's right. That's right. Not because of what you're a human being. You are a bum. You're a bum. You're a bum. You're no good. You're unethical. You're lying for him and everyone here. Okay? But the other thing, get a damn air conditioner. Okay? Because it just shows how little you care about people. Hey.
Seeing none,
I don't wanna, but I just, your audio, we can't hear you. You have microphones and you're not talking into them. Something about that?
thanks, sorry.
I think it's the air conditioning.
Close the public portion.
That's it may be, but I see people, the microphones are there. Does it help if you're closed, if your mouth's so close?
Can you hear my microphone?
Yes, I can hear yours, but I don't know why I can't hear other people's. And I'm not the only person that can't hear.
There's plenty of empty seats in the front, ma'am.
Okay.
You're better.
That's a good point.
Ordinance 20-2026. First reading. Do I have a motion to go through?
I'll make the motion.
Do I have a second? Seeing none,
I'll second it.
roll call please.
Mr. Ballard,
Yes.
Mr. Connolly,
Yes.
Mr. McGinnis,
Abstain.
Mr. Hayes,
Yes.
Mayor Waters.
Yes. Ordinance 21-2026. First reading. Do I have a motion to approve?
Make the motion. I'll second.
Roll call please.
Mr. Ballard,
Yes.
Mr. Connolly,
Yes.
Mr. McGinnis, Mr. Hayes,
Yes.
Mayor Waters.
Yes. Ordinance 22-2026.
Make the motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Roll call.
Mr. Ballard,
Yes.
Mr. Connolly,
Yes.
Mr. McGinnis,
Yes.
Mr. Hayes,
Yes.
Mayor Waters.
Yes. Okay, resolution 81-2026. Motion to approve.
2026-0030.
For the next. Do you want to take it separately? Yes. Entertain a motion for 00308. Right,
Yes.
and a second. Second. Roll call.
Mr. Ballard,
Yes.
Mr. Connolly,
Yes.
Mr. McGinnis,
Yes.
Mr. Hayes, Mayor Waters.
Yes. Now I need a motion for 181-2026.
Motion.
Second.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Ballard,
Yes.
Mr. Connolly,
Yes.
Mr. McGinnis,
Yes.
Mr. Hayes,
Yes.
Mayor Waters.
Yes. Okay, open the public portion again in regards to the consent agenda. Anyone have any questions in regards to the consent agenda? Seeing none, public portion.
I have a question on, the money since 2006. So on these concealed carry refunds, are we gonna have to issue a resolution for every application that comes through?
That's not. You want
It's not- oh, I'm sorry, my mistake, that's 185. Yes, same question. Because there's hundreds that are gonna come through potentially, and I didn't, I thought when we passed that ordinance, did it the way we didn't have to pass a resolution every time an applicant got a refund.
Well, we did pass the ordinance. So
Yes.
And it gets that we don't need a CFO request.
We check on that because I know it's publicly available information, but there's going to be hundreds of these. There's standard refunds now, right? This is the first one I've seen, but I'm assuming there's going to be a lot more coming.
Okay.
Well, I'm fine passing this one, but I would like maybe the attorney could review that. Is it necessary for us to vote on these at every single meeting? There's a privacy issue too. I don't think, other people are calling. I don't think they need this program. Okay, that's reason. And thank you. But I'm fine for voting for it tonight. That's
Roll call, please.
Who made the motion in the second, please?
I didn't know this.
I'll make a motion to move.
consent agenda.
Yes.
I'll second the consent agenda.
Roll call.
Mr. Ballard?
Yes.
Mr. Connolly?
Yes.
Mr. McGinnis?
Yes.
Mr. Hayes?
Yes.
Mayor Waters?
Yes. Citizen volunteer application. We have two. And they want 50 things.
Civic Jack.
Hold on, I'm in the packet. So Mr. Jackson is looking for economic development, and Mr. Pazecki is looking for
Right.
recreation. Basketball specifically, I believe. I don't know about, I don't know what he was looking for as far as just coaching for basketball, or if he was looking, because there's already a basketball commissioner. So I would assume he was looking.
Committee.
Mr. Mayor, even though I'm here for another reason, that's me. It's the commissioner for the basketball.
Okay,
And there's an opening in that position.
The current commissioner is stepping down.
Okay, yeah, okay.
I did not know that.
I'll appoint Mr. Need a second. The recreation commission. You want to entertain a vote?
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Ballard?
Yes.
Mr. Connolly?
Yes.
Mr. McGinnis?
Yes.
Mr. Hayes?
Yes.
Mayor Waters?
Yes. And Mr. Jackson wants environmental.
Economic development.
No. And you will response there as well.
Yes.
I'll appoint Mr. Jackson. Entertain a motion to approve. Mr. Gibbons. Second. Roll call, please.
Mr. Ballard?
Yes.
Mr. Connolly?
Yes.
Mr. McGinnis?
Yes.
Mr. Hayes?
Yes.
Mayor Waters?
Yes. Okay, the next item of new business is the planning.
Yes, I brought this onto the agenda, actually with the coordination with Corey as well, to discuss the Highland Act, as I'm not an expert in it. I would rather Corey discuss on that. If you'd like to come up and
Thank you. Also have with me our executive director, Ben Spinelli.
There's no microphone here.
sorry.
We'll do that. Just a model of our resolution and planning use ordinance. Sorry, our office is not out. You don't direct to count. You do it back to the.
Committee members and members of the committee, thank you for inviting us here today. I'm Ben Spelling, the Executive Director of the New Jersey Highlands Council. We're here to provide you some information so you can make an informed decision about your interaction with the Highlands. Corey, who's one of your residents, is also our senior planner and can provide you a lot of detail outside of the meeting should you wish. Also, your attorney, Mr. Lavery, represents a number of towns that are Highlands conforming municipalities. Need to give you some practical information about what it's like to work. The conformance process for the Highlands Regional Master Plan is very simple. We provide you with a grant to study what the impact would be for your town. That's no application, just ask. We will give you that. When your planner does the analysis, we'll give you a detailed report that will show you exactly what the impact will be, which properties might be affected and how. And you can then make your own informed decision going forward from the position of knowledge. This is voluntary. The planning area part is voluntary. The preservation area part is required by law. Since the law was enacted in 2004, the township has been out of compliance for the last 22 years. That can easily be remedied. One of the things that I would point out to you that there are a number of benefits that the township has foregone because of its failure to comply with the law. We have grants that are available. Again, no application, non-competitive grants that would pay for a number of planning activities that the township would do anyway. All you do is you have your professionals, your planner, your attorney, your engineer, submit a scope of work to us. We approve it. You do the work. We reimburse you for the work that's been done. One of the other benefits is that you have a large number of people who live within the preservation area in the town. In order for them to do anything, they have to get a Highlands waiver or a Highlands determination from the DEP. If you were a conforming municipality, we would be able to issue those approvals here at the local level for free, or if you want to impose a fee at the local level, you can do that. But right now, just to ask DEP, they have to pay $750 fee. That would not be true where you conform the municipality. One of the more important benefits, and it is one that your municipal attorney can give you better advice on, but is that your land use actions for a conforming municipality are given an enhanced presumption of validity, meaning that if you're ever challenged by a developer or by someone challenging your land use decisions, that standard by which your decision would be challenged is elevated beyond the arbitrary, unreasonable, capricious standard, which is the normal standard, to that enhanced presumption of validity, meaning that it's very difficult to overcome the township's actions and to have your decisions overturned. One of the things I would like to point out, there are a lot of misconceptions about what it means. One of them is that you lose control over your local land use affairs. That's simply not true. You end up actually gaining more control over your municipal affairs because of that enhanced presumption of validity that you have. If you were to, and I'll leave it up to you after you get that. If you were to go forward, get that initial assessment, not to be able to see for yourselves. But I would be willing to wager that if you were to hold up your current zoning map and you match it up with the Highlands land use zoning map, you can find very little in the way of variation. What the Highlands has done in evaluating the region, and that's the other thing, we've done it, not an evaluation on a municipality by municipality basis, but an entire region of 88 municipalities and 1,340 square miles. Were you to match that up with your local zoning, you'd find very little in the way of deviation from where you would determine where development can and should go and where we determine where it can or should go. The main difference would be where you can extend sewer and water within the township, and we will give you guidance on that. That's probably the biggest issue that comes up because that's where dense development goes, where sewer and water goes. I think you would find very clearly that they're probably very closely aligned right now. And so the benefits are there. Again, you can determine for yourselves. We get nothing by your conformance, but other than this is our job. We have a job of protecting the water supply for over 7 million people in the state. This is part of what we do, trying to work with the 88 municipalities in the region to ensure that land use is appropriate across the board. And it's an important obligation, not just for your town, but for the future of the entire state of New Jersey.
Just a couple of things that I'll add. There may be some concern. I know the township recently received compliance with your, housing element fair share plan with courts. That is something that would likely, require modification under the planning performance process. That's something that we can pay for. But primarily what we're here tonight asking for is that the township complete the initial assessment process. Again, it's no cost to the township. You simply, Mayor, or Wendy, if you send us an email requesting the funding, we'll allocate that funding. And your professional will put together a scope of work, send it to me. It's usually in the ballpark of $15,000. And they complete that work. We send it. If you decide not to move forward, we still reimburse you. If you move forward and you move forward with both the preservation area and the planning area, if there comes a time where the municipality says, you know what, this isn't working for us, or we have this project that it's going to be the best thing since sliced bread from Mansfield Township, but the Highlands won't approve it, you withdraw. You don't have to repay us. That's actually in our guidelines, it's in our procedures. There is no, the township will never have to pay us back. We consider the work that you do good planning, and we hope that you continue to use it down the road, whether or not you are conforming. But here tonight, asking that you take the initial step to complete the planning performance assessment, get an understanding of what those impacts are going to be for the municipality so that we can all make an educated decision together. Questions?
How many municipalities are not this?
In the entire state or in our region?
They're all in the pilot.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I thought you were asking me that. Not in engineers.
Tell me you're non-conforming.
Non-conforming, there's about 8 preservation area municipalities that are not conforming, including,
Planning area.
no, preservation area. So Mansfield is split, the remaining non-conforming municipalities are also split. As Ben said, the requirement is to conform to the preservation area. There are 8 that are currently out of compliance.
Not the only one.
You're not the only one, but you are the only one that has never passed a petition to conform.
Okay. Any questions? Thank you, gentlemen.
You did not coordinate on our work.
The office has been out of power. We haven't seen each other in 4 days. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Wendy, if you could you forward this to us?
Mhm.
Email form? Yes, please, 2 copies.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Also, the new business is chapter 270, township code vacant abandoned.
Yeah, I actually asked the other on there. Wendy partially addressed this. So we've got, we've had some complaints from residents in the recent weeks on vacant properties. That in many cases have been vacant. One of them we're aware of vacant for 10 years. I can't confirm that. That's the neighbor's side. And we do have an ordinance between 70 that we haven't enforced as much as the ordinance is written, frankly. There's more teeth in there than I usually get up. And I understand in chatting with Wendy, that ordinance, the vacant property list is managed through the clerk's office. And Wendy, feel free to jump in here. But there are actions that I believe we could be asking the clerk to be more proactive with, her office, to address vacant properties throughout the township. I don't know how many there are, but the official list lists, 5 right now?
Our unofficial list has 5.
So the 2 that I was aware of in my little neighborhood weren't even on that list. One of them has been addressed, the other one, Joanne was very helpful in gathering information on, but we have, in that case, a bank that's just obstinate, not willing to do anything, and we can't contact the owners. The building's dangerous. The grass is about 2.5 feet tall. So we need to really take action and go in there and board up that home. that building, I wouldn't call it a home anymore, and clean up the property. The neighbors are being complaining about this formally now. And we have the tools on the books to do it. I just think we need to give Wendy a little bit more backup to have her office implement whatever needs to be done, to fix this. Yeah, some work's been done on this one on Glen Terrace we were talking about, but it's not addressed yet. Right, I was there this morning, it's a mess. So that's why I wanted to raise that. 270 actually has, well written, there's a very clear definition of what's acceptable and not acceptable when there's vacant property. And these are all over the town, and, Lee and others have shared photographs of other properties in town that are just only down the neighborhood. They're not looked after and they're vacant. So, but we have tools to address it. We don't need to pass an ordinance. We just need to basically, remind our clerk's office that we have her back and we need these properties handled.
So I just have a quick question on it. I mean, it is well written. How is it recorded? Is it just like by neighbor only, or is it
No, they're supposed to, by law, send a notice to the clerk. Anytime a bank's going to foreclose, they have to send, so it's.
The day is the mortgage sheet.
Yeah.
Within 10 days of the bill for the property being vacated. And they're not doing it, frankly. So that's actually an important question. Wendy?
I was going to say that, we can, as my office can be more proactive if, if an address is brought to our attention or that we can send a letter if possible to the property owner address that's on Unfortunately, we only have an address. So, that's a little bit of a hiccup, but we can certainly start, there, sending letters if someone brings it to our attention, if they do it through the website with a report of concern, if DPW sees something out and about, but we can certainly, send a letter, send the application, the ordinance stating that, they have 10 days to register, and we can start there. And unless the township committee has another way that they would like to start.
What's peculiar is most of these properties that we compare, the taxes are being paid, yet the building's in disrepair. It's strange. So, it's not showing up on the non-payment tax list. I think we then address it, but they're a mess and they're harming the neighborhood. So, and we have the tools to address it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So we can start that way, and then if they don't follow through, we can take other action as stated in the ordinance. We can charge yes. So it is, there is teeth in that ordinance.
So, step by step. Okay.
Well, I think Wendy's pretty clear what can be done and she's able to do, and she's not, she'll check slavery. But there's a lot of tools here she can implement.
So we have to vote on.
I'm not sure we even.
I don't, no, because it's already stated in the ordinance, it gives the municipality, the inclined to do so.
Well, said on Terrace, brought to our attention over a month ago, still not been property. Work's been done, but it's still a mess, right? The neighbors should not be satisfied with where that building is. I'd like to see more movement on that one, and I am understanding there's a lot more in town that needs to be addressed.
Absolutely.
And that's the one with the building department says unsafe.
Yes.
Yes.
It needs to be boarded up, and then somebody needs to go in and clean up the yard. That's what the neighbors also care about, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
I think we should have an outside contractor do that. We can put it on the property and.
Well, I believe as stated in the ordinance, first you have to charge the property owner or the mortgage company, and then if they don't pay for it, then you can put a lien on the property.
and they've already informed us regarding this is Chase Bank.
Well, I don't think they've informed us that they're not going to do anything, but they haven't done anything.
When I spoke to the manager earlier today, he said he's waiting for whatever the township, send decide to do on.
Does he really want to do that?
Okay.
I think the liability pattern, because we can, shouldn't be, well, must, have an outside contractor.
And we're gonna put a lien on the property, get the money back in the end anyway, and we're gonna hit them with, $2,000 a year penalties, because for every year, and that property's been vacant for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we can do it every year, so it's ridiculous.
I believe that would have to be done. We would need a resolution to do that, right, Mr. Lavery, to charge them the back?
Correct.
Yes.
And I'd be interested to see if they were to send us a notice additionally. You know, if they're supposed to, the fines gradually go up because it's to induce the banks to clean the properties up and get them back on the market, so. So, in my opinion, we could collect those, and we probably wouldn't have to do a resolution 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we don't have the resolution ready now, but well, if everyone is in agreement in spirit, we get kind of Wendy, the clerk's office, to start packing these properties. Thank you.
Okay, old business. Do you have any old business? Not any old business, but I stopped at the old schoolhouse tonight. On the way in, folks that maintain that were there. So I'm laying that floor. And I was shocked. Great. So you got all the desks in the lineup, you got a hot pellet stove, you got feature text up front, you've got some sort of pictures of the facility as well as other things in town. And they've done this at their own expense. So it was nice. And they had a picture of the bell that used to be a cupola on the top of that building. And they researched it, and they found the bell. It's at the Mansfield School. A couple of fellows back in the 50s stole it. And they didn't want to get in trouble, so they sat on it for a long time. And they turned it over to the authorities. Anyhow, I was impressed. The walls were all redone like people. That's a stone bars.
Are they gonna be opening that building up regularly?
I don't know.
You know the plan is.
I don't know what the plan is yet. That's Paul Goddard and his wife.
The lead on it.
They run the committee that Friends Missouri Mansfield passed that was formed back in the church back in the start. And then it kind of fell apart with COVID, and they continued with the students. Anyone else?
Yeah, I have some comments. From the Economic Development Advisory Council, today the EDAC welcomed Bowls and Bites to the Mansfield community by having a ribbon cutting ceremony. I would like to welcome, I would also like to welcome Vincentia Jackson to the EDAC. And the starting of business is a journey, and the EDAC wishes the best success for Bowls and Bites. The other thing too, at least my comment from last week, I would like to see if we can put the air conditioning as a priority. I know in our executive session, we're going to be discussing the social media policy. And there's only really two committeemen up here that are on social media, one of which isn't as much on it as much as, say, myself. And I think prioritizing a social media policy where we're going to be pretty much policing speech on the internet shouldn't be as much of a priority as making sure the EDAC works over the last 3 years since it's been broken. Last week it was 92 degrees and we sent employees home. So, I mean, in my opinion, it's unacceptable. And we're sitting here going over social media policy, but that's my only comment.
Okay, if there's nothing else.
As committee members, we are entrusted with privileged and confidential information that must remain for this committee. It came to my attention on Wednesday morning in a discussion we had during Monday's meeting with Lincoln Development. That is deeply concerning and raises an important question. If the confidentiality of that discussion was breached, what else may we live for? Our ability to have candid, productive discussions depends on the trust and confidence that sensitive information will remain confidential. I urge everyone to take that responsibility seriously and respect the integrity of this committee and the process we serve.
Anyone? This time we'll go into executive session. Go ahead and motion.
Make a motion to executive session.
Aye.
Roll call.
Mr. Ballard.
Yes.
Mr. Connolly.
Yes.
Mr. McGinnis.
Yes.
Mr. Hayes.
Yes.
Mayor Waters.
Yes.
And that's it says to require village manager to social media content, daily policy and contractual dealing with website. That's the only clear room. You go. Sleep.
Entertain the motion to go back to the regular second.
I'll make the motion.
Second. Second. Roll call, please.
Mr. Ballard.
Here.
Mr. Connolly.
Here.
Mr. McGinnis.
Here.
Mr. Hayes. Mayor Waters.
Yes, Mayor, the emergency executive session at 8:55 p.m. Where we discussed two matters, social media policy, and then also
Website designer.
and the website designer contract, no official item is taken, copies of these minutes will be available. Sometimes the committee determines to show our public interest. And then the mayor, committee so inclined, if the only action needs to be taken was a motion to authorize the attorney to send a letter to Judge Crescentello regarding the municipal.
Have a motion. Give a second.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Ballard.
Yes.
Mr. Connolly.
Yes.
Mr. McGinnis.
Yes.
Mr. Hayes. Mayor Waters.
Yes. Any further business? Here. See you there.